So I think you should maybe say hi, introductions, and you can introduce.
I'm live. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm live. I'm just gonna go to YouTube and a minute. Hi, Bixie. Hi, good afternoon. Wait. Okay. Just pasting. API. Okay, live stream. 1 February.
You tell me when we're live. Oh, we're live. Okay. So
wait. It should be.
Just FYI, it's not on the home screen yet.
Okay, should be live on the app right now. Just give it like maybe. There should be like a delay. There. We're live. There.
Okay, great.
Working.
Okay, so make sure to turn the volume down on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just messaging Pierre now. We should be live.
Yours too, because I think I could hear it.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. So yeah, I can see it. The phone is just beside me in case, something happens. Okay. I think we're okay.
Hi, everyone. If you're watching, please go to Community at the bottom of your screen. Go down the categories. Click on Budgeting and Spending, and then LP4Y workshop, and join that workshop and say hello. You can chat with us. That's how we're going to interact. Homeboy, do you want to go ahead and translate?
Yeah. Okay, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So, nandito po tayo sa Bixie Live via the Bixie app, o diba, ang bongga. So, bago po tayo mag-start, pag nasa home screen po kayo, may makikita ko kayo sa baba na community. So, pumunta po kayo doon, pindutin nyo lang yung community, and then scroll nyo lang pababa ng pababa. Pag nakita nyo po yung budgeting and spending, click nyo yung LP4Y budget workshop, tapos join lang po kayo sa group. Ayan. So, ulitin ko, community, pindutin ninyo, tapos nandun ka, ibaba nyo lang sa budget and spending. Scroll nyo lang hanggang makita nyo yung budget and spending. Tapos unang-una po dito yung LP4Y budget workshop. So pindutin nyo lang po, and then pindutin nyo yung join group. Ayan. So pag naka-join group na kayo, siguro mag-hi kayo. And, hi, ako si Vil. Ayan. Tapos nandito ako, excited ako sa workshop na to. So ganun lang po yung gagawin natin. And kung meron pang hindi nakakaalam, siguro katabi nyo, no? You're seated next to each other, tapos hindi alam nung katabi nyo, please teach them para lahat po tayo sabay-sabay na matuto today. So yeah, I was just telling them if their seatmate hasn't figured it out, so they should teach one another.
Perfect. We're just going to give everybody a minute. And when I start seeing people saying hello in the circle, we'll start. Homeboy, do you want to translate?
Yeah. Pag meron na pong mga comments na may nag-hello or hi dito sa circle natin, sa budgeting and spending and LP4Y workshop, ayan. Tignan natin ha kung may mga. Join lang po kayo. Join group. Ayan. Sabihin nyo lang, hello, nandito na ako. Ako si Vil, ganon. Ayan, may mga nag-hi na. Sa akin pa, they actually commented on my post. So, hi, hello. So yes, ito na. We already have 4 commenters here. Meron na pong mga naka-comment dito. So, ayan, sige, comment lang po kayo. Ayan, perfect. O, diba? So, sa mga hindi pa nakakuha, community, pagbook nyo ng app, may makikita kayo community sa baba. And then, pupunta kayo, scroll nyo pataas, hanggang makita nyo sa baba ang budgeting and spending. Tapos, pindutin nyo si LP4Y. Sali po kayo or join group. And then, comment po kayo ng anything. Ayan, so marami na a lot of people are now commenting on my post. So, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just to check, Vil, you are recording, yeah?
Okay. Let's see. Yes, this is actually recorded on StreamYard.
So what that means then, everyone, today's session will be recorded and we will put the recording on the Bixie app. So don't feel stressed to copy everything down and get everything perfect. You'll have time to then look at it again, go over anything you might have missed. And this circle is dedicated to your group. So if you have any questions during this course or after the course, you can just type us and we'll get back to you. Our team will get back to you.
Okay. So, yeah, wag kayo mag-alala kung may na-miss out kayo, may hindi kayo nasulat, masyadong mabilis or what. Wag kayo mag-panic dahil naka-record po ito. I-upload po namin inside the Bixie app para madali nyo ang balik-balikan.
So, okay. Without further ado, we want to maybe give everybody, so I see 4 people. Pierre, if you are watching, I know you sent me a list of, I think it was 16 people. Do you want to just double check that no one else is having any problems?
Yeah, hi, my name is Erica.
5, 6, I see 6 people.
Okay. Siguro we have to introduce ourselves muna, no, before we start this workshop. So, just let me know if we will start the program, the workshop.
We're going to give everybody 4 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
4 minutes. We'll start at 2:15. So take your time.
Home.
Okay, we'll just give it a few more minutes, just 3 more minutes. Okay, I see 6 people. I see 6 ladies. 6 women ready to change their life with budgeting. I love it.
Ayan. I'm checking at the comments right now. Okay, we're trying to connect. Let me see.
Okay, so so 16 women are there, so they're all just trying to connect. We'll give you all a few more minutes. We won't leave anybody out.
Yeah, I think it's usually the network. Oh, 15 members already in the LP4Y budget workshop. So perfect.
15 members or 15 discussions, homeboy?
No, 15. Let me see. 15 members and 15 discussions.
Ooh, maybe mine's not refreshed. I see
Yep.
4 members.
You refresh. You refresh it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. I see 4 members.
Weird. I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Pierre, I'm going to ask. Okay. One boy, you tell me when there's 16 members. Mine is.
Let me see. Let me refresh it. Still 15 for me. Okay.
Give them a minute. We're still in time, so we'll be fine. Okay, we'll give this a couple more minutes. I see 16 discussions, 4 members, 16 discussions. Okay. Well, boy, it's up to you. You tell me when to start.
Okay. Mine is 15 members and 16 discussions. So, okay, are we good?
All right. Let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a start. Okay, everyone. I don't want to punish those who started on time, so I'll leave it to one boy. She'll do introductions, and I'm so excited. Let's get to budgeting. Budgeting is fun.
Okay. Magandang hapon po. Ayan. So, ako po si Vil. So, kung nagtataka kayo kung bakit marunong ako mag-Tagalog ay dahil partly Filipino po ako at nakatira po ako dito sa Manila. So, ayan. So, we will try, no? Try namin na maging fun itong activity natin today kasi usually pag budget yung pinag-uusapan, nakaka-stress. But budgeting is fun. Yun ang ilagay natin sa utak natin this afternoon. So, like I said, ako po si Vil. Ako po ang marketing head for Bixie dito sa Pilipinas. At kasama ko po, ayan, mali, ito pala. On my left, ayan. So, si Rosalia Gitao, ang CEO ng Bixie. So, bago siya pumunta dun sa pinaka-meat ng discussion, no, magbabanggit lang po ako ng, ayan, okay. Yung title and some, like housekeeping and some announcements bago tayo magsimula. So, ayan. So, yung title ng activity natin today ay LP4Y Workshop, Budget Like a Boss. O, diba? So, budgeting like a boss. Hindi siya dapat nakaka-stress, diba? Although minsan nakaka-stress talaga. But, let's make it fun. Ayan. So, unang-una, bago tayo mag-discuss kung ano yung Bixie, ano yung budget, paano mag-budget, ayan, housekeeping lang po muna tayo. So I'm sure lahat po kayo naka-download na ng Bixie app. So kung gusto nyong picturean itong nandito ngayon sa screen or screenshot nyo para sa QR code at gusto nyong ipa-download sa mga friends nyo, sa mga kapitbahay, yung mga neighbors nyo, ayan, pwede po yan. Tapos, lahat na tayo dito naka-join ng circle, no? Nakikita ko dito 15 members and 16 discussions. So palakpakan po natin ang ating sarili for joining successfully ang ating community. And last, but sabihin nyo lang kung masyado ako mabilis magsalita. I usually, mabilis po ba? Pero hindi yan. Tatry kong mabagal magsalita. And last but not the least, ayan. So kuha po tayo lahat ng isang pirasong papel. Wala ako sa screen. Kinuha. So, one piece of paper. One piece of paper. Ito, parang white paper siya. Ayan, hindi nakikita. But it's the thought that counts. So, white paper, isang buong papel. Tsaka, syempre, ball pen o kaya lapis kung meron kayo dyan. So, again,
and if you want to share also, you can not have a piece of paper if you want to make it public on the group. But
okay, kung gusto niyong isulat, yung mga isusulat natin dito sa community, go lang din, no? Kung gusto niyong i-share sa iba, kung wala kayong papel, ay hindi na ako gumagamit ng papel, you can use the app via the community. Kung gaano kayo nag-comment kanina, pwede din po yon. Okay, so wag nating patagalin pa. Let's start the workshop. Budget Like a Boss with LP4Y Women. And sorry, I would like to thank then si Pierre, no? Pierre is here. So thank you so much, Pierre, for orchestrating this. Thank you so much for organizing this event with Bixie. We're so excited because this is the true vision and mission of Bixie, to empower women to know their worth and grow their worth. So thank you, Pierre. So now I give the floor to the CEO of Bixie, Rosalia, to start the workshop.
Okay, let's kick off to the next slide. So first, we want to just say, one slide in, one point. Thank you. So we just want to, next slide.
Next, okay.
So what's Bixie? So if you're watching this, it's because you've downloaded the app or you're sitting next to somebody who's downloaded the app. So take a minute, get familiar with the app. You can minimize this video, by the way. We are a financial literacy application where women can learn about money. They can learn about budgeting. They can learn about income. They can learn about side jobs, earning more money. Our mission is really just to make women get comfortable with this idea of money as opposed to being scared of it, and to learn more and then to work with other women so that they can build more money and attract more money into their lives. So that's what Bixie is. We've been now working in the Philippines for 3 years. We usually work with very large organizations like banks and financial institutions. But as Bill rightly said, the heart of our work is in empowering women who don't feel super confident about finances. Our mission is really to get you to learn more and to feel confident and to make you feel good about interacting with money. So this is supposed to be a workshop that makes you feel good. When people think about budgeting, they often go like this. No, this is fun. Having a budget. So maybe the next slide.
Ayan, sabi niya, wag daw kayong ma-stress. It should be fun.
Fun. No, honestly. So instead of thinking about budgets as like things that I can't do, we try and think about budgets as plans of things I can do, right? So why do we budget? We budget, maybe Bill, you want to take this over. We budget to know where our money is coming and going, right? Sometimes it feels like, oh, who knows where it is? You know where it is. You know where it's coming and you know where it's going. We budget sometimes so we can save more money. We budget sometimes so we can plan our lives. We have children who have to have school fees. We have, a job that we have to commute to. So there's transportation costs. I need to plan my life. I shouldn't just wake up and every day is a surprise. I can plan aspects of my life. And a budget is a way for you to take control of that planning. And a budget also helps you save and to grow your money. I know personally how difficult it is to think about growing your money when you have so very little money, but it is possible because once you put your budget down, you'll see, maybe I can save on this, or maybe I can spend more here. And you'll talk to other women around you and they'll be like, oh, actually, I save a lot of money by doing this. It's really important to begin with a plan as opposed to letting your budget happen to you. Take control and sit down. That's why we budget. So, Vil, do you want to?
Yeah. So, bakit importante yung budget, no? As sinasabi ni Rosalia, no, na minsan napakahirap mag-budget kung maliit lang yung pera mo. 'Di ba? Na parang kasi may mga needs tayo araw-araw eh. May food, yan, may mga pang gastos yung mga bata, pang snack nila sa school or baon, ganun. So, however, dapat nagkakaroon pa rin tayo ng budget para makita natin kung saan nanggagaling yung pera at kung saan siya papunta. So, very important yon. Pangalawa, nakakapag-save din tayo kapag meron tayong budget. Saving is may matitipid ka, may maiimpok ka. Kasi minsan kung wala kang budget, ang budget po kasi ay alimbawa fixed siya na pang araw-araw mo, ganon. So, magkano ang budget ko sa isang araw? Sabihin natin, 100 pesos ba? 200 pesos? 300 pesos? Kapag po nakita po kasi natin kung magkano yung pinaka-maximum na budget mo, pwede mong ilaan yung natira sa iba't ibang bagay gaya ng pag-iimpok or sa iba pang mahalagang bayarin. So, lastly, yung budget nakakatulong din siya sa pag-grow natin. Ibig sabihin, over time, no, hindi siya agad-agad. Hindi siya agad-agad na, bukas, ang laki na naipon ko. Paunti-unti, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, a year. So, lumalaki siya ng lumalaki kapag may nasisave ka dahil sa pagbabudget mo. So, okay.
So now for the exercise, our first exercise today. So we're not just going to talk. We want to really get into the budgeting. So first exercise, go inside of the circle on the app. And I want each one of you to write down, why are you here? Why do you feel the need to budget?
Ayan.
We're going to give everybody 5 minutes to do that, okay?
Okay. So balik po tayo dun sa kanina, kung saan kayo nag-comment, no? So community, budgeting and spending, tapos join the circle. So nakapag-join na po kayo, 'di ba? So ngayon, sabihin nyo sa amin dito sa circle, i-share nyo sa amin kung bakit kayo nandito. Ayan. Bakit kayo nandito ngayon sa workshop na to? So, bigyan po namin kayo ng 5 minutes para mag-type ng mga why ninyo or mga bakit nyo. So, kanina paggising nyo, di ba, sinabi ni Pierre sa inyo na, we have a workshop today. May workshop tayo today. Bakit ako pupunta? Bakit ako nandito ngayon? So, write it in the, sulat nyo lang po dito sa community circle para makita po natin at makita din ng iba yung gusto nyong sagot.
You can put some music on, Bill. We can get some music to motivate. Bill
Let me
likes
see.
K-pop, so that can get it.
I'm still trying to figure this without because on StreamYard there's like strict copyright. So I tried before and it like mutes it. So it cannot. Okay, let me check. Oh, and there's a delay, there's like a minute delay from StreamYard to the app. So
Okay. So just know if you ever need to refresh, just pull down and that will refresh in case you can't find the circle or you can't find the.
okay. I see more comments coming in.
Okay. Bill, do you see any interesting responses?
Let me see. There's one comment here. Oh, this is interesting. I'm here because I want to gain more knowledge about budgeting because sometimes I feel like I'm spending my money in useless things.
We understand.
Don't worry, I do that sometimes too.
We all do it.
Like, oh, this is a cute stuffed toy, and so yeah,
Fantastic.
we all go through that.
We all do it.
We all go through that. Oh, there's 5 now. Let me see. I'm here because I want to learn more about handling money.
Good.
To be knowledgeable about spending our money or how we budget it. Perfect. To know more, Catherine said, ayan, I just read the comments of Cyril, Ken, May, and we have another one from Catherine. To know more about budgeting and also handling my savings.
Good. Perfect. Thinking about the future. Great.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, there's one more from Donna. I'm here to enhance my budgeting and help me to save more for the future.
I love that so many of you are not only here to budget what you have, but you're thinking about saving for the future. It's so important to have a mindset that is thinking about the future because we all just lived through COVID, right? Like so many unpredictable things happen and the world is unpredictable. So it's really important to be thinking, how can I make sure me and my family are okay for the future? So that's perfect reasons. All right, next slide. These are great, great answers. I'm so pleased to. Now, remember, understanding your why is going to help you the next step. So now let's get into it. So what we're going to cover is what is a budget, and we're going to discuss different types of methods for a budget. Okay? A budget isn't just, there's not like one budget. Everybody has a different way that they approach it. So we're going to start with one of the easy versions of a budget is called 4 walls. It's called 4 walls. And this is a budget for people who, really have to focus on the fundamentals and then make sure those are sorted. Okay, so 4 walls is really simple. You look at your food, your utilities, your shelter, and your transportation. Those are the 4 things that are considered critical. Like you can't get rid of them, right? Everything else technically is considered not necessary, which I know sounds crazy, Like, what about my health? What about my medicine? In the world of budgeting, food, utilities, shelter, transport. Those are the 4 critical things to keep you alive right now. So that's called 4 walls. Bill, do you want to jump into it?
Okay.
No. Do you want to translate or get into it?
Okay. Yeah, so kung makikita nyo dito, mga expenses, ano ba yung usual na pinagkakagastusan natin? Ako siguro number 1, food. Perfect.
Number
Food.
1, food, by the way.
Number 1. Yeah, that's for me. For me, that it's actually food, no? Utilities, mas maliit pa yan kaysa sa food. But food, syempre, utilities, yung, of course, mga Meralco bill natin, Meralco, Maynila, what else, Manila. Sa Laguna ba, anong tawag dun sa Laguna Water ba? And then, shelter, syempre, hindi naman tayo pwedeng walang matutuluyan, di ba? Pwedeng sa inyo yung bahay, pwedeng nangungupahan, pwede kayong nakikishare sa mga ibang pamilya nyo. And of course, transportation. Yan yung kung meron kayong trabaho or kung meron kayong mga part-time, yan yung mga pareho kong raketera, no? Kailangan nating sumakay, di ba? So, ito yung mga pang-araw-araw natin na paggising mo, dapat meron ka. So, yun.
So just remember, every budget only needs 2 things. Income, what's coming in, where are the sources of money? I have money from my shop, my Sorry store. I have money from a stipend that I get from LP4Y. I get money sometimes from my sister who lives abroad. You write down each one of those sources of money coming to you. And then the next column is money leaving. So food, utilities, shelter, transport, and then of course list everything else as well. That's it. Money coming in, money going out. Okay. Now, of course, you want the money coming in to be bigger than the money going out. If the money coming in is bigger than the money going out, then you have savings. If the money coming in is less than the money going out, then you have debt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really important.
Okay.
So 2 lines for budget, income and expenses.
Okay. Income, ito yung kita mo. Magkano yung kinikita mo. Expenses, ito yung gastos mo, kabuuang gastos mo. Pag mas malaki yung kinikita mo kesa sa gastos mo, merong kang savings. Merong may maiiwan sa'yo. Pero kapag income mo mas maliit kesa sa gastos mo, magkakaroon ka ng utang, which is in debt.
So I just want to give, at the beginning, we said if you have a piece of paper or if you feel comfortable in the circle, let's give you 5 minutes. Go inside of circle if you want. Write down your incomes, sources. You don't have to, your income sources and your expenses. If you want to write it down on a piece of paper so you can be private, write those down. And then I want to know which number is bigger because that's really, really important. Let's give everybody about let's give you 7 minutes to do that. Is that understandable, Bill? Do you want to translate, Bill? One boy, you're on mute.
Hello.
You're on mute.
I got this. Yeah. Hello. I'm okay now. Okay, so meron kayong 7 minutes ngayon na maglista. They have to list on this on the paper. Ayan. Nung mga expenses nyo, yung mga pinagkagastusan nyo when it comes to yun nga yung food nyo, yung utilities, yung shelter, yung bahay nyo, and yung transportation. Wait. Let me just check inside the app. My internet is flickering. We're okay. We're good. I thought we were disconnected in the app. Okay.
So we'll give you guys a few minutes. Dun, 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 dun.
Natin. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read more comments while they're doing it. Why they are here? No, I'm here to learn. Angelina said, "I'm here to learn about financial literacy and especially to save money." Erica, I'm here because I want to know how to budget. Like me as a mother, it's so hard to budget. Of course, I'm here to budget and handle my savings for my family. I'm here because I want to learn about to handle my money and save my money. So yeah. So I guess we have some of the women I hear suppose are mothers, no, and yeah, it's mas crucial, no, kapag mother ka kasi you're not just budgeting para sa sarili mo. You're budgeting for yourself, for the whole family, for your kids, lalo na pag nagsuschool niya, mga uniforme nila, yung mga baon sa school, snacks, sapatos, everything. So very, very important talaga para sa mga nanay, no, para sa mga mothers to stick to a budget. Ayan, magkaroon sila ng idea ng pagbabudget. Budgeting workshop. Four walls budget. Okay.
Okay, how are we doing? How is everybody doing? So this is 4 walls budgeting. So one thing I want you to observe as you're doing this budget is about looking at your current situation, right? And writing it out. Now, this is very different from what a lot of people think budgeting is, which is I can only spend 1,000 pesos and that's it. That gives a lot of people anxiety because when you start with the limitation and then you write down all of your spending, it's probably going to be bigger. This is starting with my reality. This is really what's happening right now. And then if you start seeing that the expense is bigger than the income, then you can take action and say, I think I need to cut down, right? And then you decide, do I cut down on my transport? Instead of taking my own car, maybe I take a auto, or I take something, or I take a jeepney. Instead of, my housing is expensive. Maybe I can look around to see if there's more affordable options. My utilities are very high. Maybe I can call Meralco or call Laguna Water and see if they have a low income plan that I can use so I can lower my bill. The thing is, you don't want to start with this is the number and then anything below it, because that will stress you out. This is realistically how much I spend. This is realistically how much money I have. Okay, spending is more than what I have as income. Let me see if there's ways I can cut some costs. This gives you control as opposed to making you feel anxious.
So itong type ng pagbabudget na to, itong 4 walls, mas hindi ka nabibigyan ng anxiety, kumbaga. Kasi usually, di ba, yung exposure natin is kapag may budget, okay, 500 yung budget ko, tapos na-stress ka na kung ano yung pagkakasyahin mo doon. And sometimes, hindi naman talaga realistic na yung budget ay 1,000 lang or 500. Yung food, utilities, talagang impossible. Now, itong pagbabudget na to is yung reality mo. So ngayon, magkano yung ginagastos ko sa food, no? Mas maganda ba kapag bumili na lang ako sa mga nagbebenta or magluluto ako sa bahay? Sa utilities naman, parang ang laki ng expenses ko January pa lang. Usually kasi usually if it's in January, the cost of electricity is lower because it's cooler and all. But still, napansin mo, my electric bill is so high. So, ano kaya yung mga ginagawa mo para mabababaan? Or baka merong mga plan na pwede kang pumasok doon for like low-income subscribers, siguro, low-consumption subscribers, pwede din yun. Sa mga water, utilities, pwede yun. Tapos, pwede rin matignan kung, halimbawa, nagre-rent ka sa isang lugar, tapos madami kayo. Tapos, napansin mo na parang, wait lang, parang mas malaki yata yung binabayaran ko kaysa sa unit na to or what. So, may mga bagay na pwede kang i-adjust kung maaari. And of course, yung transportation, ayan, medyo mahirap lang. It's quite difficult now. I'm not sure if it's the province of Laguna is affected, no, but there's an ongoing like jeepney phase out. So I'm not sure how the government will like patch that up, but yon. So that's the reality actually na of the transportation system. So kumbaga parang you're looking at your budget based dun sa reality ng pang-araw-araw na buhay mo. So yeah, the reality of your everyday life.
Yeah, the reality. And so as I mentioned, if your expenses is bigger than your income, you have two choices. Either you examine cutting your expenses or you look at increasing your income. I prefer, because I don't like feeling anxious, I prefer figuring out how I'm going to increase my income. Same as Bill. Now, I know this sounds it sounds much more difficult than it is, of course. But do you guys remember during the pandemic, everybody started selling banana bread? That's because everybody was figuring out, how can I make income? There's many, many different ways to make income, especially because of cell phones. So there are two ways to look at it. Either you cut your expenses or you increase your income. And we can talk a little bit more. And in Bixie, we have a whole library dedicated to videos and workshops on budgeting, and videos and workshops on side jobs, like figuring out how you can make money from, with your phone or your existing talents. So that's the good news. Sorry, go ahead, Phil.
No, I was telling them, we call it racket, like the side jobs. Yeah.
Because there's two ways of taking control. So the first step is write down your income, write down your expenses, be honest, look at if your expenses are higher than your income. Okay, can I cut my expenses or increase my income? Or the next case is if your income is higher than your expenses, hey, you have savings. Then the next question is, what should I do with my savings? Okay, so let's go to the next example of a budget on the next slide. So that budget was called 4 walls. This budget is called 50, 30, 20. 50, 30, 20. This is considered a slightly more advanced budget, okay? The idea is You have to think about yourself like a bill. You pay yourself. 50% goes to your needs. So like, housing, food, transpo. 30% goes to things that you like, that you want, and 20% goes to your savings. This is a budget that a lot of young people like because they don't feel like, oh, every day I have to like deprive myself. And it's like, no, if you just factor it in, you're like, okay, every week I get to buy myself, I get to buy myself a piece of chocolate because I love chocolate. I love hot chocolate. And instead of saying every time you buy it, you feel so bad, it's like, no, I already planned to buy it. I already budgeted to have it. And so I get to buy it and no guilt, no problems. I walk away and it's fine. So this is the 50, 30, 20 budget rule. I'm curious, has anybody ever heard of either one of these budgets, 4 walls or 50, 30, 20? Has anybody heard of that? Respond in the group.
Okay, I'm going to check the group.
Has anybody ever heard about these?
Wait, I'm checking right now. My circles are not just loading. Oh, people have commented. The ladies have commented on your post. Please write down your 4 walls budget. You can check it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna screenshot. I'll send it to you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing for those brave folks. So income and allowance, and then expenses, transpo, groceries, snacks, etc. Okay, so based on your expenses, it looks like, Angelina, you have savings. Looks like your income exceeds your expenses. So that's really good. You can already start thinking, what should I do with my savings? Donna, income, online selling. Good job. We were just talking about that. Good job.
Yes.
Allowances. Great. Look at you. So you're supplying your allowance with an online selling. That's really great. Expenses are food. Food is always the biggest expense. Utilities, transpo. Okay. I mean, Donna, it also looks like you have savings. Good job. Good job. So now the question is being intentional about those savings. Janelyn. Okay, Janelyn. See, Janelyn brings up a really interesting point. She gives her mother a monthly allowance. This is something that a lot of people in the Philippines experience, right? And so even if some of you are like, oh yeah, my income is higher than my expenses, yet at the end of the month, why don't I have any money? This is a big thing, and you should write it down. I know that sometimes we think, oh, I just sometimes give a little bit to my cousin or a little bit to my grandmother. But if it's so consistent, be realistic and just write in a line in your budget. Because if it's gonna be leaving every month, every 2 months, you should just be cognizant of it. You should know it, and you should write it down in your budget. Bill, do you want to add a point to that?
Ayun, sa Philippines kasi, madalas talaga nangyayari na nagbibigay talaga tayo ng allowance sa mga extended families. So, hindi lang extended families, yung nanay mo, yung tatay mo, panggamot nila, pang-allowance nila. Kasi, kumbaga tayo yung tinatawag na sandwich generation. Ayan. So, meron tayong sariling buhay, sariling pamilya, at meron din tayong binibigyan ng allowance. Like, sabi nga ni Janely, nagbibigay siya ng 1,000 sa nanay niya. To be honest, if you see the breakdown, the allowance that she's giving her mother is even bigger than her grocery budget. So, but kahit mahirap, and if consistent kang nagbibigay, ayan, kahit nakikita sa budget ni Janeline na parang, okay, ang laki ng savings niya, but at the end of the day, ang konti nang naiiwan sa kanya because there's a factor na allowance nga ng nanay niya. Ngayon, kung consistent naman yung pagbibigay mo, kung monthly talaga, kailangan mo talagang magbigay, talagang walang maaasahan yung magulang mo or yung lola mo or whoever kapatid mo.
Yes.
Ipapasok mo yan sa budget mo ngayon. So,
Mhm.
isasama mo na talaga siya. Hindi na siya na parang, ay, kung meron lang. Para mapaghandaan mo pa rin siya buwan-buwan. So, yeah.
Yeah. Write it down, because one of the things that you will see, and this happens to so many women at Bixie, right, Vil? That they say, I don't know why I can't have any savings. And it's usually because the family, some member of your family has taken that extra, 1,000, 2,000 pesos that you have at the end of the month. So the reason why today I want you to write it into your budget is so you can really see. And then you can say, next time a family member asks, hey, can I borrow this and this? Be like, actually, it's not in my budget. I only have, every month I can only give 200 pesos. That's my only budget. And I already gave to my uncle. Because if you don't do that, all of the money starts to disappear.
Yeah. So kapag kasi hindi mo siya nilagay as parte ng budget mo, no? Hindi mo matatrack. Halimbawa, ang budget mo lang, ang talagang pera na kaya mo lang ibigay this month 500 or 300. Humingi na sa'yo yung tito mo, yung uncle mo, sabi, oy, wala akong pambili ng medicine or what. So, nabigyan mo na siya. Tapos may isang kamag-anak ka na lumapit, oy, Janaline, baka pwede naman, no? 200, pang ganito ko lang. So, pag nagbigay ka ulit, that's already out of your budget. Labas na siya sa budget mo. So, dapat, meron kang naka-allot talaga na, okay, itong buwan na to, hanggang 300 lang, maximum. Outside that, hindi ka na pwedeng magbigay or hindi na kaya ng budget mo kasi nakalista na nga isa-isa yung mga bagay na pinupuntahan nung budget mo.
Absolutely. And I know that that's very difficult. Bill and I both know that, with the family constantly asking. But if you're able to say, oh, I'm happy to give you this much, but that's my budget. People think a budget is like this magical, it's like a, I don't know, it's my budget, it's a bank. You can't break it. And people will have to just learn to respect that because that's your budget.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really, really important. So I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to ask, does anybody have any questions? Put them in circle. I'm writing it down in our circle. So reply to my thread. I'd love to know if anybody has any questions. So you've learned 2 types of budgeting, okay? 4 walls and 50, 30, 20. You've also learned that basically every budget, and there's all kinds of budgets, but every budget has 2 parts, what's coming in and what's going out. And then in terms of prioritizing, what is the priority to include in my budget? Some prioritize the most important expenses, like 4 walls, and some prioritize paying myself to have some fun, paying myself my savings. So I'm curious, does anybody have any questions as of right now? Any thoughts, comments, questions? I'll just leave it open for a couple of minutes. And then I'd also like to know from everybody, which budget method do you personally prefer? For
okay,
or
looking at the conversations.
I'm also posting out. So yeah, so I'm going to be honest. Vil, which one do you use? I'll be honest. Okay. So even though technically 50-30-20 is like the better budget, I use 4 walls. Now this is gonna be a moment of girl math. So how I budget basically is there's the stuff I can't not pay, right? Food, transport, housing. And I'm also a mother. I'm a mother of 3. So there's some things that like no matter what they have to be paid, right? So I pay those, that's done. Everything else I actually put into savings. I don't even put anything for want because I think for me, the most important thing is saving, making more money off of money because I want to make sure that my kids are okay. So I very much don't buy a lot of things for myself, as my sister knows. Like everyone's always like, oh my God, why are your shoes ugly? Like what? I would rather, I want to pay for my needs and then save and invest the rest. But I recognize that's not everyone's favorite thing. So, Vil, what is your budgeting strategy? What do you do?
I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's I usually pay for all my needs first.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like what I did actually was like auto debit most of my
Oh, yeah.
like most of my needs, lahat ng mga kailangan kong bayaran, no, like my house, my car, but I've already finished paying my car, but everything, insurance, lahat yan naka-debit. Everything is like auto debited, so it's gone from my I asked like my bank, my payroll to like do that. And meron na ring naka auto debit na savings. Yan. So savings and investments are already auto debited as well. So whatever is left, um some goes to my wants, and still some goes to my, like my emergency money or whatsoever if I need like an appliance at the home. So yun. So I'm the opposite of Rosalia. I like I like nice things. I like nice things. Maarte ako. So yeah.
Yeah, she's the opposite. I'm like, she's always the one like asking me why my shoes are ugly. So I don't buy anything. Okay. I want to look at the comments. Any comments so far? Which one do people prefer? 4 walls or 50-30-20? Okay, I see some questions have popped up. Oh, I like it. Surreal. Interesting. I have no questions, but I prefer 50-30-20. Good. Most people do because it makes it such that this is fun. It's not just like, oh, everything I need and that's it. No, you're supposed to pay yourself too. You're supposed to pay for things you want. Life is to be lived, and you're supposed to pay for yourself for your savings too. That's great. So Angelina, I'll get to your question. Ken, what if the budget is always exact for our needs? We can't save because the salary is only for needs. That is a fantastic question. So Ken, what I'm guessing you did was you saw your income and your expenses, and they're exactly the same, right? Which is good. It means you have no debt. So already you're doing really well. Remember, the only way that you're going to get savings is if the income is higher than the expenses. So you can either go back, look at your expenses, and look for ways to cut them down. So as I mentioned, like with utilities, some utility companies, you can negotiate with them. You can say, hey, I'm low income or I live in this area. Can I get a 10% reduction? Also, you can do the same with your landlord or if you pay rent. Hi, I was wondering if you can cut my rent by 5% or go and look for other places and see if you're willing to move and make that savings. Sometimes we're living just at our means. So then the other option is, how do I increase my income? How do I increase my income? One of you had mentioned in the thread, you're an online seller in addition to the stipend you get. Good job for increasing your income. there's other ways to increase your income. And you can absolutely look at in Bixie, inside of the Bixie content library, there are so many videos on how to become an online seller, side hustles, starting a business. We do a lot of those works with women because two ways: either cut your expenses or increase your income. And personally, I prefer increasing income. I find it less stressful than trying to cut
Yeah.
my expenses.
Yeah. Actually, it's not really like less stressful. You will be more stressed because you will have more work because that's what I do.
Maybe like less anxiety. I have
Yeah,
less
less
anxiety.
anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
less anxiety increasing my income versus
Mhm.
expenses. I'm like, oh, I'm so anxious because you have more control. You're like, okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna find like work. I'm gonna like sell online. Yes, it's a lot more work, but you're in control of it. So
Yes.
we have a lot of
Agree.
ideas on what you can increase your income. So Ken, please send us a message, or I will happily. I'm gonna send you some links inside of the Bixie app where you can get ideas for side jobs, what Bill called racket. And then, Angelina, your question on what's the purpose of Bix coins. So we like to make financial learning fun. Okay. So every time you watch a video, every time you land on the homepage and we ask you to like, fill out questions to learn about your financial behavior, have a plan. Every single time you work towards your financial plan, we reward you with Bix coin. Bixcoin eventually, not right now, but eventually you can use Bixcoin for discounts when we have things inside of our bazaar, our marketplace. Some of our partners that sell things, they will give you a discount if you have Bixcoin. And you can even use it at some of our other partners in real life as a method of exchange. So if you're like, some of our partners say, okay, Bixcoin users get a 10% discount off of things. So that's what we use the Bixcoin for. I'm just refreshing now. Are there any other questions? We're doing really good on time. Everyone's asking really great questions. Everybody understands the budgets. I'm so absolutely pleased. Okay, so let's go to the next. The next slide is kind of what we had just done, but I want to give everybody who hasn't had an opportunity. This is a budget. Take a screenshot. We'll share it inside of the Bixie app as well. This is the whole thing. This is the budget. 2 lines, income, expenses. I want your homework. Please, please, please do this for yourself. Go home and write down all of your income streams and write down all of your expenses, even the ones you don't think of, like my family asks me for money every so often. Oh, I like to go and buy myself snacks. Put it all in there, right? And then at the end, I want you to look at the total number. And I want you to be honest. And I want you to see, do my expenses, are they bigger than my income? Are they the same as my income? Or are they lower than my income? This is really, really, really important work. So Pierre, I know you're watching. Please, please make this required take-home work. This is the most important step in your financial journey. You have to know what your budget is. Okay? And then the last thing that we want to discuss is, in addition to your budget, another really important part about financial literacy is having the tools to participate in the financial world. So I'd like to know, I just put a question inside of our circle. How many of you have a bank account? How many of you have a Gcash account? So maybe if you guys can put that into the circle. So what we want to do is make sure you have the tools, so you now know what a budget is, and then you have to have the actual tools to join the financial world, and that's a bank account and a Gcash. And for those of you who do not have either, the other piece of homework is you need 2 forms of ID. So go home and find 2 forms of ID and
Government issued ID.
open one or the other or both. If you do these 2 things, have a budget and have either a bank account or Gcash, you are good. It means you can receive income, you can be an online seller, you can pay your expenses in a more cheap manner. You need to be connected. So Bill, do you want to translate that? Because it's super important.
Yeah. So, to start, yung inyong saving journey, kailangan talaga natin magkaroon ng kahit isa, or kung kaya nyo, dalawa, Gcash or bank account. So marami tayong iba't ibang banks. May BPI, BDO, Union Bank. So kung ano yung pinaka-accessible sa inyo, I suggest yun yung kunin nyo. Malapit sa inyo, mas maraming branch na malapit sa inyo, siguro yon, no? Just in case, kung may gusto kayong puntahan, pumunta sa branch mismo, mas madali yon. So sa GCash naman, actually ang dami na ding mga ibang options. So may GCash, meron ding Maya, meron ding GoTime. Actually, yung GoTime, very convenient siya, ha. Nakikita ko yun kasi walang minimum na maintaining balance. Tapos kahit saan na may cash booth, ano ba 'tong parang ATM ng GoTime, pwede kang mag-print doon ng card mo, ng ATM card mo corresponding dun sa online account mo. So, isa din sa mga options yon. So, GoTime, Maya, GCash, pinaka-popular yung GCash. Pero pag Maya kasi tsaka GoTime, pwede ka na rin magpasa via QR code sa mga may GCash, ganun. So, may mga promo din, makikita mo din yung tracker mo, ganon. Tapos, ano pa ba? Pinaka-important is, sa pagbubukas usually ng mga accounts, ay meron kang dalawang valid IDs. Ibig sabihin, government issued. So, SSS, pwede yan. PhilHealth, pwede rin. Voters ID, pwede rin po yun. Kung kayo ay may lisensya sa pagdadrive, yung driver's license, pwede din yun. Ano pa ba? Kung meron na kayong pasaporte, baka meron sa inyo dito na na dating OFW, meron na kayong passport, pwede po yun. So, usually naman, yung bangko, binibigyan kayo ng mga listahan ng mga valid ID. So, i-check nyo lang yon. Kung meron kayo, go na po. Tapos, picture na lang yung iba. Mas convenient actually yung mga digital banks na binanggit ko, GCash, Maya, GoTime, CBank, CIMB. Usually, isa na lang yung kinukuha nila, isang government ID, tapos i-scan lang nila, i-verify, and okay na. So, based on experience po yun.
Mm-hmm. So this is really great to know, guys. You don't need to walk into the bank to do it. A lot of these banks, you can do everything on your phone. So one of the reasons why we wanted to have today's workshop inside of the phone was to get people used to thinking about their phone, not only as a place to buy things, not only as a place to be on socials. This is a place for your finances too. You can learn about them. You can join a bank on them. Get familiar, get comfortable, because this is your financial future, right? So unless I'm seeing some interesting comments. I love that so many of you are so far ahead. So I see that some of you already have bank accounts. Well done. A really good comment about GCash and scams. Absolutely be very, very, very careful. If anybody, including anybody says they're at Bixie, giving you advice, it's not Bixie. We don't give advice. We don't sell any products. So you have to be really, really cognizant and really, really careful about
yes,
especially, as you rightly mentioned, some things on GCash. So just make sure that you always keep your phone safe, password protected, that whatever digital banks you join also have a lot of safety on them. Don't just, if somebody sends you something, don't just be like, okay, here's some money. No, very, very careful with your phone. It acts as an opportunity, but of course, it can also be a risk to you. But yeah, so many of you are already really, really far advanced. So I want to hear now I want to hear some commitments, homework commitments. Will you do a budget? So this is, please put your hand here. So as we're coming to a close, I want to see some real commitments. Okay, I just started a thread inside of our circle. It's called homework commitments. So as I mentioned, 2 pieces of homework. I want you to do this budget. And I want you, if you haven't already opened an account, to open an account. Just go through the process of opening an account. Who in this class today commits to doing both? And if you commit, we are personally going to send you messages us, and you're going to have to screenshot us and show us, okay, I did it. Because it's so important that you don't just come to a class. At Bixie, we want women to actually take action in their lives. So I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes. If you do you commit to doing the homework and opening an account? And we will be following up with you to see who's done it. I'll give you 2 minutes to write in my thread and say I commit. Bill, do you want to translate?
Okay. So ngayon, last part ng activity natin, no, yung commitment. So, merong ipinost si Rosalia dito sa thread natin sa community. Kung ano yung commitment, kung ano yung gusto nyong i-commit, o 'di ba? Lahat minsan takot tayo sa commitment. We're scared of committing. A lot of people, but they say more men are scared of commitment than women. So, we're women here, so let's commit to something today, okay? So, ayan. Will you homework commitments? Will you do a budget or open an account? So, ano yung gusto mong i-commit? Okay, bukas gagawa na ako ng GCash ko. Bukas gagawa na ako ng Maya account ko. So, like, or next week. So, ano yung gusto mong i-commit for this activity?
Come on. I believe in all of you. I want to see 16 commitments. $16 commitments. How many commitments do we have so far? I want to see a commitment from Ken, especially Ken. You've done such amazing work. I want to see a commitment from you. I want to see a commitment from Donna, Janelyn, Erica. Where are my commitments? Cyril, I'm looking at you. Oh, I see a brave soul, Donna. Well done. Donna is going to make a 4 walls budget. I love it. I love it. Well done. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? Any other brave people? Any other brave souls? Ooh. Ken! There she is. I knew she was coming. Ken has committed to doing a 50-30-20 budget. Okay, we will be following up with you, Ken. Well done. Anybody else? There's always people who, you never know. One of the things I always find fun about life is you never know the moment that your life changed. And if you take advantage of it, this could be the moment. Bill, do you want to share the moment when you put together a budget and it changed your life?
Well, to be honest, I've always had like a budget. And especially when, like I was starting, like when I starting to work, when you're starting na magtrabaho, no? Tapos ang liit ng sahod, and I was living in the metro. So, and even when I was a student actually, kasi nung estudyante ako, medyo marami na rin akong racket, no. I actually opened a bank account. Yeah, nag-open ako ng account. Kasi dati, meron naman na akong passport. So, pwede kang mag-open you can actually open with a passport, and I was already a voter when I was 18. So, I had some IDs with me. So, and student ID, mga ganon. So, nag-open ako ng account. para nakikita ko. I'm a visual person. So I want it in front of me, like, okay, this is just your money. And you cannot go above this amount, because nung estudyante ka, 'di ba, when you are a student, you don't have a credit line, wala kang credit card, walang anything. So so you have to make it work. So I think yung pivotal moment in my life was that when I committed to, like, okay, I'm gonna open a bank account under my name. Dito papasok lahat ng pera na meron ako, or kung pwede kong makuha sa mga racket ko, kasi nag-host ako, mga ganun, nagme-makeup and everything. So, doon sila napupunta. Tapos, yung mga kailangan ko, yung mga expenses ko, and savings ko, doon din. So, but lagi, sabi nga ni Rosalia, I'm more of the increasing my my income than, because I don't like, hindi ko gusto yung, I don't like yung may gusto kong kainin tapos hindi ko siya nakakain. It makes me feel sad.
It makes me feel sad.
It makes me feel sad when I want to eat something and I can't. It makes me feel sad. So I'd rather like work until 5 a.m. and then yeah. So
definitely, I'm one of those too. Out of curiosity, which one are you guys? Are you cut expenses or are you increase income people? Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of commitments. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So we have Cyril, she's committing to 50-30-20. We have May committing to 50-30-20, and Angelina to 4 walls, Janelyn to 4 walls, and Erica to 4 walls. Ladies, I'm just so impressed.
I think there's more. There's more.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's more. I'm seeing like 12 from your. Yeah.
Wow. Well done.
Let me see. 13 comments on your post. It's just loading.
Wow.
4 walls.
I'm so pleased.
50-20, 50-30-20, 50-30-20, 4 walls. Oh, it's a mix actually. 4 walls, 30-20.
Yeah.
4 walls.
What I'm loving is you guys see what I mean. Like, a budget is not just this one thing. It's so many things. It depends on your style. It depends on what you like, how you feel. There's so many different types. And what I will also do in this thread as a follow-up to today, we're going to be following up with those of you who've committed, obviously, but we'll share some other examples of budgets for those who are curious. And we'll also share where you can find. So if you go into the Bixie app and you go into knowledge, you can search at the top budget, and you will find so many videos, so many resources on budgeting, and you'll realize, like, oh my gosh, there's so many different types of budgets. Let me find one that works for me, like my situation, my desires, my goals, and that's really important. So a budget is like an outfit. Like, not all budgets look the same. So I'm so happy. I'm seeing so many commitments, and we'll be following up with all of you. And then, yeah, so I think that's fantastic. So, Bill, do you want to close this out?
Ayun. So, again, maraming salamat sa LP4Y. Yan. Palakpakan. Let's give a round of applause to all the women who came here this afternoon, no? Exciting. The environment, yung feels was very ecstatic. Everyone was ecstatic. Everyone was interactive. So, maraming salamat po sa very active participation nyo. Alam niyo, nung nauso tong virtual, no, medyo nahirapan tayo na parang, oh, will they react the same way when they're in person? But this afternoon is a proof that even if it's virtual, everyone was just, like interacting. And also, the responses are very, like, on point. So,
really,
we have different responses, but at the end of the day, lahat ng mga responses ninyo ay tama at para sa inyong financial goals in the future. So maraming salamat. Palakpakan po natin lahat ng kababaihan. And again, thank you to Pierre for spearheading this event with us, no? This is just the first time. Ayan. So hindi ito yung last. First time pa lang po ito. So in the future, ayan, baka mas marami at mas malaki na rin yung ating mga learnings. And maybe in the future, I was just thinking when we were doing this earlier, maybe in the future we could ask one or two of the ladies to put in a testimony of how they've, how they went through, like, okay, we had this workshop in February 1. After 6 months, where are we? Nasan tayo sa ating financial journey? So, baka pwede nating gawin yon para ma-encourage din yung iba. Kasi, alam mo tayo mga kababaihan, yung mga decisions natin, mga financial decisions, kinokopya natin yan sa mga tao that we trust, no? We copy from people that we trust. Like, oh, this is actually a nice hair product. Okay, I'm gonna buy that. You don't, when you trust the person that's doing it, who's doing it rather, you get it. Hindi yung parang, ay, nabasa ko sa, bulletin board. It doesn't happen that way. Oh, I read in a bulletin board in somewhere. It happens more when, when we as a community, like, help together. So, and I think, LP4Y is one of the communities where I see na meron talagang ganon, na parang glued siya and may taong nagme-mentor sa inyo. And last but not the least, no, Bixie exists to empower women to know their worth. So ngayon, I'm sure nag-iisip na kayo, ano nga ba yung worth ko as a woman? No? What am I worth? What's my worth as a woman? And how can I grow this worth? Paano ko palalaguin tong worth ko na to? So, in addition to your commitments, to your assignment, no, na commitment na opening a bank account or like GCash or yun. Siguro pag-isipan nyo, think about it. What am I worth and how can I grow my worth? So siguro, no, palapit na yung weekend, Friday, and then we have the weekend. So let's think about that. And when you think about your worth and growing your worth, pag pinag-iisipan mo to, hindi lang yung today. It's not just today. It's not just for today or for tomorrow. It's also for next month, next year. And it's also yung mga dreams nyo. Lahat tayo dito dreamers, mga ambitions nyo. So, and Bixie will be there in every step of the way. When you download the Bixie app, hindi lang po ito pang live event. Bixie is not just for the live event that we did today. We have videos, we have articles, ayan, we have a community, meron din dyan bazaar, so yung mga nag-online sell dyan, baka gusto mong ilagay din dyan yung store mo para makita ng mas maraming kababaihan. So Bixie will be with you, LP4Y women, in every step of the way. You want to learn, you want to network sa community, so everyday gawin nyo, no? Kasi may mga routines tayo everyday. Siguro pag nagpapaantok kayo every night, give yourself 5-10 minutes to look into the Bixie app. Oh, what am I watching tonight? Siguro mag-YouTube ka. How to open a bank account, how to save. So, ayun. So, again, pag may mga kaibigan kayo, family, friends, no? Tell them to download the Bixie app. Tell them to learn, ayan, watch and learn inside the Bixie app. And let's grow together as one community. So, yun. Maraming salamat po. Again, my name is Vil, and yung nagsalita kanina ay si Rosalia. You may want to comment more on her post, no? Ayan, comment kayo. If you have questions, don't ask me, ask her. Ayun. So, again, thank you so much, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.